Hello everyone and welcome back to the UConn Huskies Dynasty. In the last episode, the Huskies fell to 0-3 in Big 12 conference play, losing another heartbreaker, this time to Arizona, a game that I think we definitely should have won. And today, it does technically get easier on paper, although Iowa State is currently ranked 23rd and undefeated on the season. They're an 83 overall team. We should be able to contend with them. We're only just a slight bit worse. The narrative, though, for the Huskies, I think so far this season has been the terrible play of the offensive line and the defensive line. The defensive line only having 2 total sacks on the season and currently have us out of the recruiting battle for 5-star gem Tank Easy. And you got to anticipate that Georgia is going to overtake us very quickly. And let's not waste any time today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get right into the UConn Huskies action. You know the narratives. You know that the Huskies are struggling to start Big 12 play. You know that we need the defense to step up. We need interceptions. We need sacks in order to get some of these top recruits we're going after. Otherwise, we might be setting the Huskies back a little ways. Today we face 23rd ranked Iowa State, the 4th ranked opponent in a row. Let's see if we can finally get a dub. The Cyclones are led by senior quarterback Rocco Becht. They have sophomore halfback Dylan Lee as the primary guy. You might see Arlen Harris Jr. a bit as well. Wide receiver 1 is Benny Ngoyi, and you've got Michael Parks and Kai Black. Tight end is Benjamin Brahmer. This is a good Cyclones offense. Let's see if the UConn defense can perform any better. Needs some sacks, needs some interceptions. It's going to be a run for Beck to start the day. Scruggs brings him down, but it's a pickup of 11. First and 10 at the 32 for Becht as he throws over the middle immediately, and that is a pickup of 8. We'll probably see a lot more blitzes from the Huskies defense as we try to get to the quarterback, convince a guy like Tank Easy that it's worth playing here. That's a first down for Iowa State. 2nd and 8 from the 45. Becht will hand off Lee again, slowed up and then tackled by Scruggs, setting up a 3rd and 4. Big 3rd down. Lovelace jumped off sides but doesn't get the call, and that's exactly what we need. An interception from the redshirt freshman Jamie Santos, and nobody's gonna catch him. Touchdown UConn, pick 6. Santos, a 49-yard pick 6. Put on your crown, young man. You deserve it, as that is exactly what we needed. To get one of our deal breakers back in, we had a middle linebacker, a pass coverage archetype middle linebacker that locked us out because we weren't getting enough interceptions. Santos says, watch this. Great start to the day for the UConn Huskies defense. Now just needs some sacks to go along with that interception. 1st and 10 from the 21 as it's a handoff. And Dylan Lee has some incredible speed, makes Scruggs look like an idiot, and Sims brings him down. Dylan Lee does have 94 speed, which I believe is faster than quite literally anyone on our defense. No carry here, though, as this is a throw over the middle and a wide open man. Sims can't keep up as Becht finds his target, and they're to the 38 in UConn territory. So the offense kind of moving at will, just the one mistake, of course, allowing UConn to score. So now Becht back to pass again under pressure from Curvin's takes a hit but gets it off in time, and that's another first down for the Cyclones. We get to the quarterback, but just always a second late, as this time Johnny McNulty will jump off sides. 1st and 5 from the 16, as it's going to be a keeper for Becht. Lovelace there and helped by Terrell. Now it's 2nd and 3 from the 14. Becht will hand off to Dylan Lee, who breaks out of a tackle and just short of the end zone as he's brought down by one of the safeties. That was Kai Stokes saving the touchdown. Now it's 1st and goal from the 1, as surely they'll just go back to the ground here, up the middle and into the end zone. Touchdown Iowa State. And that drive looked incredibly easy as they put 7 on the board. So they give up 7 with a pick 6. They get a touchdown of their own. Darrell Robinson missed a good chunk of the second half last week, but is back in full force today. No injury risk for him. 1st and 10 from the 21. We'll see if the ground game will work just as well today, and it looks like no, at least on the first attempt. 2nd and 12 from the 19. Evers back to pass, and looking for Jackson Harper as he's hit as he throws, and that'll set up a 3rd and 2. From the 28, 3rd down and 2. So we'll look to throw again, and we'll go Marcus Engler's way. It's swatted away, and the offense goes 3 and out to start. 1st and 10 from the 36 for Iowa State. The offense has been cooking. Again, it's really just been that one mistake, and here's another first down pickup. Nearly every passing play is going for a first. At the 49, they're already across midfield, as Becht will look to throw after play action again. Has a man open underneath, and that's a pickup of 4. There's a flag down. This is a free play for Iowa State, but they keep it on the ground, and Becht going to be short of the first, but they should get it automatically due to the encroachment from Matt Hoffman. Looks like they either declined it or it was just going to be 2nd and 1 anyway, as Becht will hand off Dylan Lee up the middle. Huge lane, and the defense just isn't here today. Might as well go home. And it's just the same old story. The defensive line just cannot get through. The run blocking's been elite. The pass blocking has been even better. Dylan Lee, huge running lane again. Kai Stokes has to save a touchdown. 1st and goal to the 9. We blitz, we run commit, we pass commit. It doesn't matter. This defense is just bad. 1st and goal from the 9. Handoff Lee. Breaks out of a tackle. Curvins Chute is there. Injured offensive lineman for the Cyclones on that play. 2nd and goal from the 9. Handoff Lee again. Lovelace there this time. 3rd and goal from the 6 as we start the 2nd quarter. Checks it down over the middle, and we stop it short of the goal line. Are they going to go for this on 4th and goal from the 3? They're lined up like they are. Becht out of the shotgun. Lee to his right, gets the handoff, nowhere to go. Joey Terrell makes the play, and it's a turnover on downs. They decide not to take the points. UConn, of course, will have to drive basically the full length of the field, though, after that. Blitz coming, Robinson can't get past him. It's a loss of 2. 2nd and 12 from the 3. So we'll look to throw again, and honestly just take the check down to Cam Edwards, makes somebody miss, and gets near the 10. 3rd and 5 from the 9 as Evers is back to pass again. He wants Shamar Porter over the middle, gets it to him, and gets a 1st and 10 to the 34. Maybe the run game will work with Cam Edwards like it was in the 2nd half of last game. Edwards gets the carry, makes his man miss, and it is going to work. Has great breakaway speed. He's to the 30, and he finally goes down at the 21. Cam Edwards is a beast recently. 1st and 10 at the 21 after the big pickup. As we look to throw, and we find Brennan Wooten, and he's a serious injury risk after that. Look at that wear and tear. My goodness. 2nd and 2 from the 13. Evers back to pass. Goes to Engler immediately as there was a big blitz coming from Iowa State. And it's a 1st and goal at the 6. Now it is Edwards, Carlson, and that number 15 in the backfield is Trey Keenan, the 3rd string tight end. 1st and goal from the 6. As Carlson follows his blockers, fighting for yardage, gets to the 3. Now on 2nd and goal, we call Darrell Robinson's number, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, UConn. Cam Edwards does most of the work for this drive, getting the huge pickup. Robinson finishes it off, and it's a touchdown for the Huskies. We'll take a 14-7 lead here in the rain. I still can't tell you why Iowa State didn't attempt the field goal to end their last drive. It'd be 14-10 right now, most likely. 1st and 10, man wide open over the middle. And that is a pickup of about 13. 1st and 10 from the 28. 5.5 left to play in the 1st half. This is a fake handoff. And then Becht looking deep down the field. Can we make another play? We do. It's Kai Stokes this time, the safety, with the interception. And he'll go down at the 32. The defense, at least the secondary, is making plays today. Still no sacks, but we'll take the interceptions. Santos with a pick 6, and now Kai Stokes with an interception. 1st and 10 from the 32 for UConn, as it's Shamar Porter. Jet touch pass time. And he will get a pickup of about 9. They'll call it 2nd and inches. From the 41, Evers out of the shotgun. They'll hand off Robinson, and he gets the first pretty easily to the 46. On 1st down, Evers is back to pass again. Wants Trey Keenan, and he drops this one. 2nd down. From the 46, Cam Edwards is checked in, and it's 2nd down. He'll get the carry, and he gets 5. So it's 3rd and 5 from the 49. Edwards still in the game. We're setting up a halfback screen for him. The blocking appears to be there, and it is. We'll get the 1st down pretty easily, and he's to the 38. 1st down and 10, under 3 minutes left to play in the half. Give a handoff here to Darrell Robinson. What a move that was. That was interesting. Gets 4 yards. We near the 2-minute warning. It is 2nd down and 6. Robinson to get another carry. Cuts this back and gets to 3rd and 1 from the 28. A 3rd down and 1. It's really not even 1. It's closer to 3rd and inches. We're going to hand off to Cam Edwards, and he'll get the 1st down pretty easily to the 24. A minute and a half left to play in the first half. As Evers will look to throw. Edwards is a halfback, not a quarterback. Angler gets close to the 1st. 2nd and 1 from the 14. We'll hand off Edwards, and he'll get the 1st. So now we're in a 2nd and 10 situation. 45 seconds left to play from the 13. Evers back to throw. Tries to dump it off to Jackson Harper. Hit as he throws, and Harper can't hold on. Now it's a 3rd down and 10 from the 13. Evers back to pass. Wants Shamar Porter. He misses the throw. 4th and 10. And will attempt a field goal, though it's from the hash. Kick from Costanzo up and wide left. There is just no way. I pushed it too far. Oh my God. What? I even went further to the right than I thought I needed to and still missed it left. I just don't understand the arrow. It feels inaccurate. Man, oh man, are we going to lose because of a missed field goal again? 1st and 10 from the 20. Curvins Chute is in the backfield. Need a sack. Curvins does hit him as he throws. 30 seconds left in the half. Want to obviously keep them out of scoring range. Becht throws, finds his man, broken tackle, but kept in bounds. They use their first timeout. 1st and 10 from the 36. Becht back to pass and hits his man underneath. Joey Terrell missing his tackle, and they're closing in on field goal range. 2nd timeout burned. 17 seconds left. 1 timeout remaining. They are very near to field goal range. It's the 3rd interception. It's Cam Chadwick. No way. Is it going to be a 2nd pick 6 for the UConn Huskies? It is. 2 pick 6s on the day. The interceptions are here at the very least, if the sacks aren't. Cam Chadwick, 3rd interception on the day for the UConn defense. It goes for 6 once again, and it's going to make it 21-7 as we head to halftime. We head to the half. UConn up 21-7 off the back of the secondary. They've gotten 2 pick 6s on the day and 3 interceptions in total, which is exactly what we needed to get one of our recruits back in the mix. Now we just need the D-line to start getting some sacks. Another positive for the Huskies, they do start with the football as well here in the second half. 1st and 10 from the 25. Start the drive with a Darrell Robinson handoff. One man to beat back down the field. He can't do it. 1st and 10 to the 38, though. On 2nd and 8 from the 40. Blitz being sent by Iowa State, but Angler is open. Has good speed. He's down the field. He's past the 40 to the 37 in Cyclone territory. Darrell Robinson checks back in the game. It's going to be a handoff to him up the middle. Gets 6. Sets up a 3rd and 5 from the 33. Blitz again on its way, as we'll find Jackson Harper. Has running room, spins back to the inside and gets to the 11. Nearly goal to go, but not quite. So we could get a 1st down at the 1-yard line, but we want the end zone. As Evers is back to pass. Scrambling to his right, gonna step up and then go out of bounds at the 7. 2nd and 6. As Evers will throw, looking towards the end zone. Robinson can't hold on. 3rd down. 3rd and 6 from the 7. As Evers is back to pass, throws towards Shamar Porter. It's knocked away. 4th and 6. Will attempt a field goal. I decided to super sim the field goal to see if it's just me missing from the right hash, or if maybe like Costanzo's accuracy is just not there. He actually missed it. The super sim even missed the 24-yard field goal from the right hash. You can't make it up. Cannot make a field goal. I don't even know what to do with Costanzo. We should maybe just go for it on every 4th down at this rate, especially if it's from the hash. 1st and 10 from the 20. What is that from? I think that was Levain Scruggs. It was just completely running past the running back. 1st and 10 at the 42 after that for Iowa State. As Becht out of the shotgun throws, finding his man, tripped up by Kai Stokes. Now a 2nd and 7 from the 46. And it is going to be a pass play. Becht finding his man underneath. That's going to be good for a 1st as Jarvarius Sims brings him down. We have 2 total sacks on the season. Would love a 3rd here. But instead, it's dumped off to Dylan Lee, and Joey Terrell makes the tackle, a loss of 3 yards. 2nd and 13. It is actually a run play to Dylan Lee, as Lovelace is there. 3rd down and 10. Can the UConn defense get a stop? Downfield, swatted away. It's Santos in coverage, and they'll punt it away. 1st and 10 UConn. Couple missed field goals again in this game. Cam Edwards gets the carry, jukes to the inside, and gets 9. On 2nd and 1 from the 24, we go back to Cam Edwards, and he can't get the first. In fact, he loses a yard. We call on number 11 on 3rd and 2. The box is so empty, just need the correct blocks to be hit. Yeah, Robinson gets the first, no problem. 2nd and 9 from the 32, as we're back to pass, and we want Jackson Harper. He's got room to run, he's got excellent speed, and he gets to the 40 in Iowa State territory. So another 1st down for UConn, and it's a handoff to Robinson, and saw some wear and tear pop up for him again. He always seems to get to about 11, 12, 13 carries, and then he finds some wear and tear, and his risk of injury becomes increased, and it kind of leaves me no option but to put Cam Edwards in. I mean, lucky for us, we have a guy like Cam Edwards who is capable of taking that over. Could be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 9 from the 39. Back to pass with Evers. And we'll find Domino, and it sets up a 3rd and 6 as we'll enter the 4th. 3rd and 6 from the 36. We're back to throw with Evers. Goes over the middle to Porter, and it's well played by the defender. And they want us to attempt a 49-yard field goal here on 4th and 2. Maybe this is one we can actually make with Costanzo. Kick is up, and it is shanked to the left. And it is hard to kick field goals in college football 25. 1st and 10 from the 32. Becht throws right side, finding his man who's pushed out of bounds at the 42 for a first. Once again, no sacks for the UConn Huskies defense, as Becht looks to throw again, and that could have been intercepted by Lovelace, falls incomplete instead. Under 10 minutes left in the 4th quarter, 2nd and 10 from the 42. As over the middle once more, and Lovelace and Terrell are there, 3rd and 3. From the 49, 3rd down and 3, they are going to the air. Man wide open. Scruggs there, but too late. 1st down. As Becht out of the shotgun once again from the 44 this time. We'll actually hand it off to Dylan Lee, and he'll be brought down by Johnny McNulty. That sets up a 2nd and 7 from the 42. We'll look to throw. Goes over the middle, and it bounces off of Lee's helmet. Just didn't get his head turned around in time. So a 3rd and 7 situation would be a huge stop for the UConn defense. So going deep down the field. It's intercepted by Kai Stokes, his 2nd on the day, and the 4th interception for the UConn Huskies. I talked about wanting more interceptions. I would not have expected 4 in a single game, and UConn on their way to possibly getting their first victory on the season. 1st and 10 from the 26. UConn can now just fully begin to chew the clock away, as Edwards is going to get a great carry here. Gets a first to the 38. About 7 minutes left to play. Edwards will get the handoff once again, trying to follow his blockers. He does a great job, and he's just shy of the 1st down. 2nd and inches, we'll get that 1st down pretty easily. At this point, I'm basically just going to continue to chew the clock until the game is over. If anything happens, if we get to a 3rd down, I'll fast forward to it. But otherwise, just know that I am just chewing this clock away. So we're now in a 3rd and 7 situation. There's 4 minutes left to play in the game, and Evers will look to throw. Has a man wide open. It's Trey Keenan, and he's got the first easily. We continue to chew clock. We're at the 2-minute warning. It's a 3rd and 1. We can basically put the game away with a 1st down here. Edwards, he's not going to get it. But maybe we can make a field goal that's right down the middle. 32 yards from Zach Costanzo. Literally no problem. So as long as we're not on the hash, we're great. So with one knee, Nick Evers will have led the UConn Huskies to their first win in the Big 12 over a ranked opponent as well, in number 23 Iowa State. 24-7 is the final. The UConn Huskies getting a victory off of the back of their secondary, who had 2 pick sixes, 4 interceptions total. The offense still struggled, multiple missed field goals from Zach Costanzo. Not too sure what to do there, but the pick sixes will take it. The defense scoring more points than the offense could today. A win is a win. Evers 15 of 21, 175 yards, no touchdowns, no picks, just didn't really need to call on him that much. Again, it was the Cam Edwards show, honestly. 16, 111, 6.9 per carry. I think there's an argument to be made, guys, that he should be the starter the rest of the year. He has been playing better in these last 2 games than Robinson. Robinson has continued to be an injury risk a couple of times now. I think I'm going to start giving Edwards the nod over Robinson. Receiving, it's a quiet day again. The passing game just has not been our game this year. It's mostly been the running game, especially these last 2 weeks. Angler 3 for 38, Harper 3 for 60, Porter 3 for 39, Edwards 3 for 19. As for blocking, no sacks allowed. The pass blocking has been better, but I think a lot of that is just due to the fact that we're getting the ball out so quickly now. I'll tell you guys, I'm really not looking very far down the field typically, just because I'm so concerned about the D-line getting through that I'm just taking the drag routes, I'm taking the slants, I'm taking the checkdowns, and it just appears to be working out. But mostly what's been working is the running game. Defensively, Scruggs has 5 solo tackles. Joey Terrell with 14 total tackles. He was everywhere, including 2 TFLs, which is the only TFLs on the whole team. And again, no sacks, but 4 interceptions, 2 from Stokes, 1 from Chadwick, 1 from the freshman Santos. So there you have it. Iowa State handed their first loss, and it comes at the hands of the UConn Huskies. I wouldn't say it's entirely surprising that we were able to have a really good game against Iowa State. We've been very, very close with the 3 opponents we've played in the past 3 weeks, including a game that we probably should have won against Arizona. I feel like it was only a matter of time where it started to kind of go our way. We could easily be, I'm going to say 3-1. I don't think we really had a shot to beat Utah. I think we definitely had a shot to beat West Virginia, and we certainly had a shot to beat Arizona. Adonis Keough has committed to the UConn Huskies. So that's a big 4-star. We are probably not going to be able to get Tank Easy, the 5-star gem, which is really unfortunate. We did have the lead, but with him being a deal breaker now, it's really nice to get a different left end in Adonis Keough. So at least we will get some type of pass rush in our future with a guy like him. So what does this mean? Well, Dennis Colin is back. We can officially start to recruit him again. We got all the way up to a B+ on playing style just from the 4 interceptions in that game alone. We're still in first on Tank. I'm going to leave him on the board. I'm hoping that we can get back in. Currently, we have an F for sacks. Like, we need a game where we just absolutely pop off for sacks. I'm going to say right now, it's looking incredibly unlikely that we can get Tank, but I do think it's worth a try to keep him. Also, Adonis Keough, by the way, is a 4-star gem, and these are his attributes, at least what we know. He's not the fastest, 77 speed, but he does have the 84 block shedding right out the gate. I imagine he's probably going to be a true freshman starter. So we are officially back to all in on Dennis Colin. It was really only Pitt that was interested at all. They don't actually have a scholarship on him at all anymore. There's also Dan Sanders. We are battling with Syracuse. They have a visit scheduled. Really, all I can do is schedule a visit for him. We'll do so on the bye week, week 8, and we'll make it a family visit. That is the week before Syracuse. I think there's a good chance he's just going to commit after this week anyway, but I just don't want to leave it to chance that Syracuse might steal him. It's also looking like we're going to lose Matthew Brink. We are 3rd, but he's extremely close to committing to Syracuse, and Ohio State now got in the mix. I'm just going to save my points here. It looks like it's one of those situations where Ohio State has decided that they want him. I think they're going to get him, especially considering that he visits them this week, week 5. And here's the stats on the season for Nick Evers, which, wow, this is kind of sad, honestly. Only 2 passing touchdowns. It's been rushing all day, every day. The passing game has been short passing games, and then when we get in the red zone, we've been running the ball, and Cam Edwards and Darrell Robinson have been getting it done for us. So a really light season for Evers. In terms of rushing, Edwards and Robinson both have 42 carries, but Edwards with 60 plus more yards. Each of them have 2 touchdowns. Robinson does have more broken tackles, which is noteworthy, but I do think that I'm going to put Cam Edwards at the top of the depth chart. These last 2 games where he has been getting the bulk of the carries have been, I think, the best 2 games of the season for UConn, and I don't think we should change that. It's funny that Dorian Tobin has the 3rd most carries, playing only that 1 game. And receiving, same situation as passing. It just hasn't been our game this season. Angler 13 for 257 and Porter 10 for 160. Harper 9 for 130, and then just a complete fall off. Spillman, Franks, and Johnson, the only players to give up sacks. And then defensively, Joey Terrell leads in tackles with 41. TFL's leader is Curvin Chute with 6. He's also the sacks leader with 2. We have 3 total sacks as a team. And as for interceptions, we had 1 before that last game. Now we have 5 as a team. And Kai Stokes leads the team with 6 pass deflections. Lovelace with 4, Sims with 2, Santos 2, Chadwick 1, and Scruggs 1. Zach Costanzo is under 50% on field goals made, 4 for 9, and most of those misses coming in the last 2 games of the season. I don't know what it is, I just can't kick from the hashes. And now it is time for a game against one of our bitter rivals, a team that continues to steal recruits from us in these last 2 seasons. And there's a few of them that they're trying to steal from us this season. It's UConn versus the Syracuse Orange. UConn, of course, was going to join the ACC, decided instead to join the Big 12 as it supports the other sports more. Syracuse left in a dwindled ACC after the departure of FSU and Clemson. The Syracuse offense is led by senior quarterback Braden Davis. Their halfbacks are Jaden Hart and Darren Cantrell. Wide receiver 1 is Zeed Haynes. Wide receiver 2, Tyquan Blackburn, and then they have Niles Tarrant. And then the tight end is Anthony Miller Jr. And if you're curious of the players that they have stolen from us, one of those is redshirt freshman Barry Wright, and the other one is Paul Townsell. But I will say, the fact that I lost out on Paul Townsell is why I went after Raheem Lovelace, Jamie Santos, and George Kiki. 3 elite development recruits. So I'd say we got the better end of the deal. Can UConn find their second victory on the season? We start on defense this time, and it's a handoff up the middle, and Lovelace there for the tackle, only a pickup of 3. Syracuse is a team that runs with tempo typically, so you'll see a lot of that today. On 2nd and 7, over the middle, dropped. That was maybe a touchdown. Zeed Haynes beat Sims down the field, but it's incomplete. Make it 3rd down and 7 for Syracuse. Can UConn's defense get off the field? All kinds of time to throw. Incomplete again. It's dropped one more time. And the Syracuse Orange will punt it away. So with the recent performances of Cam Edwards, I have made him the halfback 1 for now. Robinson will still see the field quite a bit. He's also listed as the 3rd down back. On this play, though, it's a jet touch pass to Shamar Porter. He finds the edge. Can he get the first? He does. He gets to the 46 in Syracuse territory. Now 1st down from the 46, as it's going to be a handoff to Cam Edwards. And I think that our tackle there picked the wrong man to block. 2nd and 7 from the 44. Play action. Evers back to pass, and it's on the ground. He coughed it up, picked up by the center, Torian Johnson, and it's a loss of about 20. Setting up a 3rd and 26 for the Huskies. 3rd and forever after that, as Evers will be back to pass, and he's going to lob one up for Kylish Hicks. Why not give him a chance? And he makes the grab down at the 14. Did he actually get a foot in? It looked like he got tackled and pushed out of bounds, but Kylish Hicks makes the grab off the lob pass from Nick Evers, and we convert the 3rd and 26. 2nd down from the 13, as Darrell Robinson will check into the game, and we'll try to get this to Shamar Porter, and he has it knocked away. Now 3rd down and 8 from the 13, as Evers is back to pass again. And he wants the tight end Marcus Angler, turns it upfield and does get the 1st down. 1st and goal at the 4. Darrell Robinson in the game at halfback for this play on 1st and goal from the 4. He'll get the carry, and as my controller dies, we score a touchdown. UConn finds the end zone, and the Huskies will take an early lead. It was great blocking on that particular play, and Darrell Robinson capitalizes. 6-0 UConn. So a great start for the UConn Huskies. The defense gets a stop, the offense gets a score, and it's going to be a handoff to start the Syracuse Orange new drive, and it's a pickup of 1. 2nd and 9 from the 16, and it's a fake handoff. Curvins Chute is in the backfield, can't get the sack. We desperately need him, but it is incomplete, and I'll take that. 3rd down and 9. As this one is going to be completed to the right side, and it's a 1st down. Santos in coverage did a poor job. That makes it a 1st and 10 at the 29, as Davis will hand this one off, and down he goes. It's Logan Stern getting back there, and it sets up a 2nd and 11. From the 28, Davis looks to throw this time. Stern in the backfield. It's a screen, or at least a check down to the halfback, and it's a big loss. 3rd and 18 from the 21. We converted a 3rd and 26, and they'll convert a 3rd and 18. There is just no way both of the defenses are giving up plays like that. Fresh set of downs for Syracuse. Very disappointing from the UConn Huskies defense. Davis with Hart in the backfield, of course, in the hurry up. 1st and 10, handoff Hart. Good running room here, and he'll get about 9 yards. I'll mark him just shy of the first down marker. 2nd and inches from the 49. And they will go to the ground with Hart, and he'll get the first. Hutchison there to make the tackle. 1st and 10 from the 47 as they'll send the halfback out, which means it's a pass, and it goes over the middle. And what even is that angle from Kai Stokes? Touchdown Syracuse. I'll need to take another look at that because, oh my God, Kai Stokes looked like an idiot. Syracuse will tie this football game up off of a couple of mistakes from the UConn defense. Look at this angle. That is ridiculous from Kai Stokes. You can even see the moment I switched on right here. It was too late. There was nothing I could do. So a drive that should have ended on a 3rd and 18 results in a touchdown for Syracuse instead. But I guess fair is fair. We converted a 3rd and 26. So 1st and 10 from the 25 on this new drive. Robinson gets the carry. Nowhere to go. Robinson's still in the game here on 2nd and 9, and we'll set up a halfback screen for him. Got to cut it back to the inside to hopefully follow the blockers. He does a bit, but only gets 4. Now it's a 3rd and 5. Cam Edwards back in the game. And there is a blitz on its way. And this one maybe should have been intercepted. 4th down. UConn goes 3 and out. 1st and 10 for the Orange from the 34. So they're winning the field position battle now, and it's going to be a keeper for Davis. Scruggs is there along with Joey Terrell, a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7 from the 38, and it'll be on the ground to Jaden Hart, and he's got a first down. Scruggs has to bring him down at the 47. 1st down and 10, a handoff to Hart again, and Chadwick is in the backfield. Not a TFL, but only a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9, 2:20 left here in the first quarter. It's Davis back to pass. Checks it down, and this one's caught by Hart. Sims is here along with Chadwick, and it sets up a 3rd and 10. So a 3rd and long situation. Obviously, it's not 3rd and 18, but hopefully we can get a stop this time. As Davis is out of the shotgun, takes the snap and looks to throw, goes over the middle, and Terrell blocks it with his back. He didn't get a hand up, but he got a back up. 4th and 10, Syracuse. They'll punt it away. And a phenomenal punt has us starting inside our own 5 at the 4. 1st and 10 Huskies as Robinson will get the carry, cuts this up the field, has a blocker. It's Kylish Hicks, and he goes down at the 21. 1st down UConn out of the pistol, and it's Cam Edwards in the backfield this time, and he will get a pickup of 9. 2nd and 1 from the 30, play action. So we're back to pass with Nick Evers. We'll just check it down to Cam Edwards, makes a man miss, and gets the first just barely to the 32. Second quarter's underway, and it's 1st and 10 from the 32 as Evers will go back to pass, and he checks this down to Jackson Harper and gets 3 yards. 2nd and 7 from the 35. Blitz on its way. Evers back to pass. He gets it off to Kylish Hicks, and it's a 1st and 10 at midfield. 1st and 10 Huskies. It's going to be a handoff. Cam Edwards, and there's nowhere to go. He'll lose a yard. And that'll bring us to a 2nd down and 11 from the 48. As Evers is back to pass. And he's going to just have to check this down to Brennan Wooten. He'll get 4 yards back, 3rd down and 7. From the 48, back to pass again. And we've got Shamar Porter over the middle, wide open. Spins out 3 defenders, breaks another tackle, and finally goes down at the 28. 1st down UConn. Nearing the red zone, it'll be a handoff. Cam Edwards here. There's a lot of running room here to the outside and nearly gets a first, just short. 3rd and inches from the 18 out of the pistol. We go Cam Edwards' way. Jukes back to the inside and goes down at the 10. It's not 1st and goal apparently, but 1st and 10 instead. So a 1st down without scoring, technically possible, although it would be rather difficult, I imagine. As Darrell Robinson going to get the grab here, gets 6. Shamar Porter coming over in motion. 2nd and 4 from the 4. Handoff Cam Edwards. Touchdown UConn. Each of the halfbacks getting a touchdown on the day now. The first one to Darrell Robinson. The second one to this man, Cam Edwards. And UConn will retake their touchdown lead. Hopefully the defense gets a stop and we can maintain it this time. 6:14 left in the half as Syracuse takes back over. Davis out of the shotgun. He will keep it this time. Raheem Lovelace is there along with Jarvarius Sims, only a pickup of 1. Now 2nd and 9. We still can't get any pressure. This defensive line is just really struggling. And this time it's going to be a screen setup. Looks like the blocking is there. Lovelace will make the tackle, but it's not in time to prevent the first. 1st and 10 from the 36 for the Orange. We've got Hart in the backfield, and it is a handoff to him, and that's Matt Hoffman in the backfield for the loss of 3. 2nd and long for the Orange. Gotta imagine that they're gonna go to the air here. They do, and that is incomplete, forced out by Joey Terrell. 3rd and long situation again. We've given up one of these already today. It's just a little check down. All we have to do is make the tackle, and Joey Terrell does. 4th and 6, and the UConn Huskies will take back over. So despite the fact that we can't find a sack, we can't buy a sack really, the defense is playing pretty well. 1st and 10 from the 35 as Shamar Porter will come over in motion. And it's the jet touch pass once again. Porter jukes back to the inside. Can't break away from the final defender, but it's still a huge pickup for the wideout. 1st down, UConn. It really seems like in the past 3 weeks, including that loss to Arizona, that the UConn offense has found their footing. 1st and 10. Cam Edwards will get the carry. He gets 3. I think a lot of that has to do with going back to the quick passing game that we saw a lot of in season number 1. As Cam Edwards will get the carry here on the counter, and he should have the first. He does at the 32. Under 3 minutes left to play in the half as Edwards going to get another carry, but this time the defensive tackle is all over it. Isaiah Hastings. It's actually a right end, but he was lined up in the middle that time. That brings us to a 2nd and 11. So we're back to pass once again, and Porter is wide open on the left side. He'll get a reception and go down inside the 20, and that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. There is a low risk of injury for Shamar Porter on the wear and tear. We'll keep an eye on it. As long as it stays low and it's not impacting his performance, I'm okay with leaving him in. Empty backfield for Nick Evers as he's back to pass. And he'll just get it to Marcus Angler quickly, who outran his linebacker. Pickup of 8. Definitely don't want to score too quickly here. Would love to give Syracuse as little time as possible, no matter what points we get, whether it be a field goal, whether it be a touchdown. I just don't want Syracuse to see much action again. So with very little time left on the play clock, we'll snap it on a 2nd and 2, and Robinson will get the first pretty easily to the 5. UConn does also start with the football in the second half, so a touchdown here plus getting the ball to start the half is very ideal, to say the least. 1st and goal from the 5, only about 45 seconds left in the half as Robinson will get the carry. He goes down at the 4. And at this point, we'll try to just make sure we get into the end zone. Not as worried about time with only 30 seconds left on the clock. 2nd and goal from the 4. Evers back to pass, throws middle, and that is incomplete. It was intended for Brennan Wooten. Now we'll try again. 3rd and goal from the 4. Evers back to pass. Marcus Angler wide open. Touchdown Huskies. As the true freshman tight end is making his presence felt all season. Currently the leader in receiving yards, although I imagine Porter will pass him in that regard. But he's a huge part of this offense going forward. He finds 6 here, and the Huskies extend their lead and hopefully didn't leave enough time for the Orange to strike back before the half. On 2nd and 10, they will actually snap it one more time. Hart will get the carry, really nowhere to go. And that'll bring us to the half. So UConn, I wouldn't say dominating, but on the verge of dominating Syracuse here in the first half, 21-7. Our passing offense in particular has looked a lot better. And look at that time of possession. We just have the ball way more often. And that's what happens when you run a tempo-style offense, I guess. As I mentioned before the half, we start with football here in the 3rd quarter. And scoring here would be absolutely massive as Cam Edwards going to follow his blocker, gets 5. 2nd and 5 from the 30 as Evers is back to pass. He's going to roll out to his right. There's actually a lot of running room in front of him, and he'll slide down just in front of the chasing defender at the 44. 2nd and 6 from the 48. We'll hand off Cam Edwards, and he's got the first down, outrunning a number of defenders to the 41. 60 yards on the day for Cam Edwards so far. Slow and steady wins the race at the moment. 1st and 10 from the 41. Cam Edwards still in the game. A blitz sent. not picked up, a loss of 2. 2nd and 12 from the 43 as Evers is back to pass, rifles one in there for Marcus Engler, and picks up the first down to the 26. I really love this offense we're building here in Connecticut. 1st and 10 from the 26 as Evers will hand off to Edwards, and he'll get 4 more yards. 2nd and 6 from the 23. Edwards still in the game, and he will get the carry here. Cuts this up the middle. Only one man to beat. He falls into the end zone. Touchdown, Cam Edwards. I don't know where the running game has come from in these last couple of weeks, but I am happy to see it. Cam Edwards and Darrell Robinson both playing very, very well, and you're seeing that in these games, as UConn has been a lot more competitive in these last 3 weeks since we've gotten the rushing game going, and now it's going to be 28-7. So Syracuse finds themselves down by 3 scores for their first drive of the second half. They are actually going to start on the ground, but Curvin's Chute is there for the TFL. I've talked about it a bunch. He's good for about 1 of those per game. 2nd and 12 from the 15. Can he get a sack, though? That's really what I'm looking for. Oh, I thought he had another TFL. Broken tackles all over the place from Cantrell. And that sets up a 3rd and 5. Should have been a 3rd and long. Instead, it's a 3rd and medium. And they will go to the air here. Absolutely no pressure. All kinds of time to throw a flag down. I actually think that's a late hit on the quarterback from the UConn Huskies. It's Matt Hoffman with the roughing the passer. Either way, it doesn't matter. Big pickup for Syracuse, 1st down. So due to the penalty, they actually move all the way to our 36. 1st and 10 from there. It's a handoff to Hart, makes Curvin's Chute look silly, but Raheem Lovelace makes the tackle. 2nd and 6 from the 33 as they're still in tempo. And it's a fake handoff. Davis looking to throw, finds Jarvarius Sims instead of Zeed Haynes, and the UConn Huskies defense is showing up in a huge way these last 2 weeks with the interceptions. Jarvarius Sims getting one here, and the Huskies will take over. So this one looking like it may be getting out of hand. 1st and 10 from the 13. We'll just begin chewing clock, honestly, already here in the 3rd quarter. Although, of course, we'll go to the air when needed. 2nd and 8 from the 16 as it's play action, and Evers will be back to pass. And he'll find Shamar Porter, who has that breakaway speed. The slot corner couldn't keep up, and it's a 1st and 10 to the 33. Porter's average on the season is 2 grabs for 40 yards. Today he has 5 for 86. 1st and 10 from the 33. Darrell Robinson in the game. Following his blocker, cuts it up the middle of the field and gets the 1st to the 44. 2nd down and 10 from the 45 as Robinson is in the game at halfback here, and he will get the halfback screen, jukes back to the inside, fighting for extra yards, sets up a 3rd and short at the 47. 3rd down and 1. We'll hand it off. Cam Edwards, and he will get the 1st down yardage to the 42 pretty easily. Play action to Cam Edwards. Brennan Wooten is open. Evers taking it as he throws, but gets it off, and Wooten to the 20. A big 1st down for UConn again. This Syracuse defense just cannot seem to stop us. 1st and 10 from the 20 as Evers is going to hand off Edwards, and he'll get to the 14 to set up a 2nd and 4. 3rd down and 4 from the 14. So we'll try to check this down to Brian Domino, but it is knocked away, setting up a 4th and 4. And some field goal practice. This one not quite from the hash. Kick is up, and it is right down the middle. Look at me making field goals. Look at this time of possession. 25 minutes, nearly 26 to 7 for Syracuse. We have just dominated this football game. That brings us to the 4th quarter as the Orange are kind of in desperation mode at this point, I would imagine. Kind of have to go to the air constantly. And they do here, finding Zeed Haynes. He breaks a tackle. Joey Terrell is so fast, it is disgusting. As a reminder, Raheem Lovelace has 89 speed. Joey Terrell has 91 speed, as that's going to be a penalty on Johnny McNulty. This game is pretty much out of reach at this point, though. I wouldn't put it past me to throw any game away, really, as this one is a check down over the middle. Terrell will make the tackle, but it is a 1st and 10. Interestingly now, though, Syracuse not in the hurry up here. They are just running a normal offense, as I saw some of the clock bleed away. So that's going to be another 1st down for the Orange. 1st and 10 at the 45. They're back to the air again. Just this quick passing game. It's working very well for them. It's been a first down on basically every play. And another week where we just cannot get to the quarterback, it seems. Although this time we've got some pressure, but it's because it was a screen setup and Santos was all over it. No gain. 2nd and 10 from the 35. 8 minutes left to play here in the 4th quarter. As Curvin's is in the backfield, will we finally get a sack? No, it's a throwaway 3rd down. From the 35, you gotta imagine it's 4-down territory with this little time left to play, as it's a screenplay set up for Hart. Not gonna need the 4th down anyway, as it's a first, brought down by Joey Terrell at the 20. You'd think now is when they'd want to be in the hurry up, but maybe they see how little success they've had with it so far today, as finally we get a sack. It's Curvin's in the backfield, a loss of 5. For the Orange, 2nd and 15. Need a lot more of that. We want to get Tank easy on this team if we can. Although it might be too late at this point. So he has a man underneath wide open. Lovelace and Terrell there for the tackle. 3rd and 8. From the 18, 6 minutes left to play now. It's actually a run play for Cantrell. He breaks the tackle and finds the end zone. It was Raheem Lovelace with the arm tackle attempt, and Cantrell said, no thank you. Found his way to the end zone. It's going to be 31-14 unless the Orange decide to go for 2. And they have decided to go for 2. So from the 3 for the 2-point conversion, back to pass. And open left side, but Joey Terrell is there. No good. 31-13 is your score still. And at this point, I'll be sure to update you if anything interesting happens, but I'm basically just going to be whittling away at this clock. A couple of first downs later, and it is game over. UConn has dominated the Syracuse Orange here today on home turf. We're now 2-1 in this rivalry in the series. And Cam Edwards had 27 rushing attempts for 139 yards and 2 touchdowns today. What an absolute menace. I think this makes a lot of sense for UConn. I think we're a team that can compete with those top dogs like West Virginia, like Utah, like Arizona. I think we might be able to steal some games off of them here and there, as we probably should have against Arizona. But I think that we're going to win a lot of these matchups against like opponents or against slightly lesser opponents. That Syracuse offense is definitely nowhere near as good as it was the last 2 seasons. They clearly lost a ton of seniors. It's definitely not the team that they used to be. They were actually a very good team last season, finishing 8-4, and now they're 1-4 to start the year, where UConn is 2-3. Evers 19 for 25, quietly very good day, 243 yards, 76% completion percentage with a touchdown and no picks. Rushing though is where this team really shines now. The resurgence of Cam Edwards needs to be studied. I had completely written him off, and now these last 3 weeks he's just been incredible. 27 for 139, 5.1 per carry, and 2 touchdowns. And it's not like Robinson has been bad. He's actually also been averaging a lot per carry. It just seems like the offense with Cam Edwards works the best. Receiving, it was basically all Shamar Porter and Marcus Engler. 6 for 97 for Porter, 4 for 38 and a touchdown for Engler. Robinson does get involved in the passing game more than Cam Edwards, which I think makes more sense because he's a bit more shifty than Edwards is. I know they're both technically elusive backs, but Edwards can run a bit more as a power back than Robinson can. Hicks, 2 for 62, just had some deep grabs. Of course, had that one on the, I think it was 3rd and 26. And then Brennan Wooten has just been really reliable. I think he was a great transfer portal pickup, and he is an excellent tight end too to Marcus Engler. I'm not disappointed by him at all. Blocking, Torian Johnson did give up the sack that was also a fumble. Luckily, he also managed to recover it. But other than that, he was really good. 7 pancakes. Franks was good, 6 pancakes. I mean, the rushing game was insane. And defensively, it's Joey Terrell with 4 solo tackles and 10 total tackles leading the way. And his counterpart, Raheem Lovelace, with 9 total tackles. In terms of TFLs, Chute had 2, Hoffman had 2, and Sims had 2, which is interesting because he plays out wide. He's not even the slot receiver. You see a lot more of that from the slot receiver. And then finally, we did get a sack today. It's Curvin's Chute. I believe that's the 4th sack as a team on the season. I'm imagining that's not nearly going to be good enough to get Tank Easy to reconsider his position. Jarvarius Sims, of course, had the interception as well. Dan Sanders, the 4-star tight end, has committed to the UConn Huskies. You love to see it. Our next matchup is another Big 12 matchup. It's at BYU, who is 2-2 on the season. They're an 81 overall. This is the weakest team we will have played so far this season. With how we were able to kind of manhandle Syracuse, I'm hoping for more of the same against the Cougars. And real quick before I end the episode, here is the recruiting update. Tank Easy still doesn't care, and he's about to commit to Georgia. So we have officially lost out on Tank. We maybe would have lost him to Georgia anyway, as it appears that they started going really, really hard. Just unfortunate, man. I thought with him and Keo, who already committed, in fact, he was our first commit of the season, thought we had our left end and right end of the future. I was super pumped about the D-line upgrades we were going to get, especially considering how bad the D-line has been this season. But unfortunately, just had a terrible playing style for Tank Easy, couldn't get the sacks, and we're going to lose him to Georgia. I'll take him off the board to make it official. Dan Sanders, though, second commit, another 4-star tight end to go along with Marcus Angler. If you're curious about his scouting report, he is a 6'5" vertical threat tight end. He does have 84 speed, which I believe is one worse than Angler, who has 85. And 84 speed as a tight end in college football 25 is actually quite good. I feel like 84 speed is kind of considered bad in like Madden, for example. It's a little different in college football 25. But anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate the continued support, and I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you find yourself coming back on the regular and you are already subscribed, go ahead and hit that sub button for me. It does help me out a lot, and I will see you guys in the next episode where we'll play BYU and try to get back to 500 at 3-3 on the season.